Jeffrey Kitingan was questioned by the MACC yesterday for around 5 hours. An individual who claimed himself as Thanos but denied involvement in any syndicates has threatened to sue Malaysia Kini. Stay tuned for all this and more on Kini News. Jeffrey Kitingan said his attention is now on the public and the upcoming state election. He said this after spending more than 5 hours giving a statement to anti-corruption investigators yesterday. The Party Solidarity Tanah Airku president arrived at the MACC office in Kota Kinabalu at around 5:30 p.m. and came out around 11 p.m. He told Malaysia Kini that he had completed his statement but declined to comment on details, citing it could be the subject of an investigation. His personal secretary Riza Johari Uto was also called in and questioned separately for around 3 hours. Kitingan's appearance before MACC came a day after businessperson Albert Tay released a video via Malaysia Kini. He alleged he had paid 1.78 million ringgit to the Deputy Chief Minister in connection with a cancelled mining exploration license. Earlier, Kitingan had confirmed that he was questioned by the MACC. When contacted by Malaysia Kini yesterday evening, he had said that he was at their office. A statement earlier had indicated that Kitingan was called in for questioning in the afternoon. However, he was believed to have been summoned by the MACC at around 5:30 p.m. Kitingan arrived at the MACC office along with his political secretary, Anwar Ghani, who was waiting outside the building. Earlier this week, Albert released a video recording of his conversation with Kitingan, whom he alleged had received the largest payout of all in the Sabah mining scandal. Kitingan denied the accusations, saying he could not really recall having a conversation with Tay over a sum of money as depicted in the video. Kitingan added that the conversation appeared to be about political donations years ago before the election and claimed they had nothing to do with the mining scandal that implicated a slew of Sabah Assembly persons. Following the denial, Tay produced an alleged support letter from Kitingan for a sand mining license application. From now on, you can also listen to Kini News on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Scan the QR code on the screen to follow us. An individual who claimed himself as Thanos but denied involvement in any syndicates has threatened to sue Malaysia Kini. This is following its reports related to corruption at the country's entry and exit points. Last week, he issued a notice of demand through the law firm claiming that Malaysia Kini had published defamatory reports against him. His lawyers said that it has had a profound effect on their client's work and has caused mental distress to him. They added that these reports had allegedly caused their client to suffer from reputational damage and exposed him to threats. The defamatory remarks, they explained, had also been widely spread across various social media platforms by internet users, causing their client to receive public condemnation. The lawyers explained that based on their client's lower grade and rank, he did not possess the authority to perform the actions allegedly mentioned in the articles. They stressed that the information published by Malaysia Kini was baseless, with the intent to embarrass their client and damage his reputation. Thanos has therefore demanded a formal apology from Malaysia Kini, the retraction of the articles, and a written guarantee not to publish further defamatory statements about him, as well as damages and compensation. Malaysia Kini has since responded to the letter of demand, maintaining that both reports were produced fairly and neutrally and were not defamatory. The deputy public prosecutor who was arrested by the authorities on Tuesday over drug possession suspicions has been released on police bail. The DPP has returned to duty with the Attorney General's chamber. Putrajaya District Police Chief ID Shah Muhammad confirmed the matter to Malaysia Kini. He said the investigation is ongoing. He added that the authorities are waiting on chemists' reports as part of their investigation to identify the type of drugs found at the suspect's house during his arrest. In a reply to Malaysia Kini, Attorney General Dusuki Mukhtar also confirmed that the 34-year-old prosecutor had returned to the AGC effective today. The MACC recently confirmed in a statement that one of its deputy public prosecutors, who had just reported duty to the commission on September 19th, was arrested at his house in Putrajaya. A search was conducted at his house and substances suspected to be drugs were found. It emphasized that it would not compromise with any misconduct, breaches of law, or criminal acts by any of its officers or staff. On September 24, the New Straits Times reported MACC Chief Commissioner Azam Baki as saying that the officer was loaned to the commission by the AGC as a supporting prosecutor and that the suspect had passed screenings, including a drug test, before he was transferred to the MACC. He added that the MACC did not carry out any screenings as it was not under their jurisdiction. A former BN minister is expected to initiate legal proceedings against Radio Television Malaysia. This is over dissatisfaction with the sudden cancellation of his paid broadcast slot on July 21st. According to a source close to the minister, who is also an MP, he decided to pursue legal action after his complaint letter to Communications Minister Fahmi Fadzil went unanswered. The source, who spoke on condition of anonymity, also alleged that RTM had not provided a refund. The source said that after RTM gave a half-hearted response regarding the cancellation of the paid slot and dismissed it as merely a marketing issue, leading the leader to lodge a complaint with Fahmi. The source added that the complaint letter urged the minister to investigate the matter and direct RTM to provide a written explanation on the real reason behind this last-minute cancellation. The source, who requested anonymity, said that to date, there has also been no action or feedback from Fahmi. They told Malaysia Kini that this led to the MP pursuing legal action against the state-owned broadcaster. Malaysia Kini has contacted Fahmi's office and the former minister for comments. If you like the stories we produce, consider supporting us by subscribing to Malaysia Kini. Click the link in the description below or scan the QR code on your screen to subscribe. US President Donald Trump said on Thursday that he will not allow Israel to annex the West Bank, a red line drawn by Arab leaders amid efforts to seek a ceasefire deal in Gaza. Bernama cited a Xinhua report quoting Trump as saying that he will not allow Israel to annex the West Bank and it's not going to happen. He added that he had spoken to Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Trump had promised Arab and Muslim leaders that he will not allow the annexation during a closed-door meeting on the sidelines of the UN General Assembly on Tuesday. This came following the announcement of a 21-point plan presented by the Trump administration to end the conflict. Arab leaders had reportedly endorsed large parts of Trump's plan and gave suggestions on provisions they want added. This included no annexation of the West Bank, maintaining Jerusalem's status quo, increasing humanitarian aid, and addressing Israel's illegal settlements, among others. Yesterday, Jeffrey Kitingan denied allegations that he received 1.78 million ringgit in connection with the mining license corruption scandal. This is after businessperson Albert Tay released a video recording of his conversation with Kitingan, which he alleged had received the largest payout of all in the Sabah mining scandal. We carried out a poll on this to get your views on the matter. Here are the results. A majority of voters at 78% believe that the statement is suspicious and that there are hidden elements to it. 11% think that the explanation is valid and that political donations are normal. Meanwhile, 9% think that it is too early to come to a conclusion and more information is needed. A voter questioned use of the term political donation and asked, where did the money go? What do you think of this issue? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to Kinitv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, X, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. I'm Camelia. Thanks for watching.